Hello, Oliver here, playing Ninja against Alan from Discord. His Herald Prism deck. Um, yeah, I just wanted to test out how my Ninja deck is doing against some of the more refined Prism decks in Classic Constructed. So, uh, I don't really know what to sideboard out right now, so I just took out 2 Ancestral Empowerments from my original list. So I'm running 71 cards, I believe. And then I think he is at 60. And that's pretty much it for now. Yeah, I recorded this a while ago, so I don't really remember what went on during the game, but I'll try and explain my thought process as I play it. Sorry, not play it, watch it. Alright, so Alan wins the roll. He gets to choose. Seems like he is going first, so I think that actually might be better for me. Mostly because whatever auras he puts down, I can just attack into them. The only problem I foresee is if he Herald Eruditions me on turn 1, and then pummels, that's bad news. But here it's just attacking for 7, so block with yeah, block with Evolving Gust Wave, because I just wanna, just in case I ever get that Mugenshi off, then it's gonna have some threat. I opt to cycle out the Mugenshi, mostly because I want to see I can draw into more cards. Unfortunately, I couldn't draw into the Sigil. That's all. And just Kadachi 1, and then each check for 7. I opt to not keep the Pounding Gale, because he could play CNC, so just want to see if I can bail out any CNCs that he has. Alright. Just another hand. Here, Herald Tenacities me for 5. This is definitely going in. Or getting through. Let's block the Heron's Flight. Mostly because I want to keep the Lord of Winds if they ever appear. And I can just... And I like the Soulbeat Strike for later. Or play the Soulbeat Strike for later. Mostly because I'm running the full Soulbeat line in this deck. But also blocks for 3, which is nice. Yeah, this deck is pretty straightforward. It's just prevent as much damage as you can, and then just swing back with 2 cards, using 2 cards. Alright, so first charge of Arcanite Skullcap gone, Sigil, and then Arsenal the Soulbeat Strike. Hopefully I can get like a decent turn using Snapdragons. So here I draw into 2 poppers, which is nice, but then he plays a Herald of Triumph. Only for 6 though. It's kind of annoying, but can't pop it cleanly, that's all. Yeah, the Nourishing Emptiness is usually a flying kick, so there hasn't been a lot of opportunities where the 1 damage has actually where the 1 damage has actually mattered. So here Herald Eruditions me without popping Dreamers. And I guess he got kind of greedy there because he saw me use my Nourishing Emptiness to pop or to block. So that's fine. I pop it and then mitigate his turn pretty much. Alright. Just swing back with Kadachi's. Yeah. Then threaten the Mask Hit. Alright, so he blocks. No mass trigger. Draw back up. Drawn to my Flick Flags, which is somewhat decent for this matchup because they do have lots of go again. So here he just Herald of Protections for 5. He has go again, but he doesn't really have anything to follow up with. So it's decent block to start with with the breaking scales and Flick Flag, but I think now looking back on it, I think I like the just blocking with a Crane Dance and a Flick Flag. So I can save the breaking scales for another breakpoint because 5 is not that. Yeah, 5 isn't the hardest breakpoint to beat. So here I'm just going to Karachi Crane Dance. And then Arsenal to Flick Flag. If he blocks for if he blocks for 3 here, I can always pot the breaking skills. And this is what I was considering. Then I can totally go and throw away the Flick Flag and then come with the fine center. Get a mass draw as well, but I decided not to because I feel like it's too early in the game to actually go off like that. So here he just CNCs me for 6. This is probably a pommel turn, and I can't really do anything against it. And thankfully it was not, so. Here I can CNC him back. And that's my 3rd red Flick Flag, so I'm going to be pitching that and hopefully be drawing it later. Blocks for 6. One of those Celestial Cataclysm. That's okay. Alright, so he pitches a Erudition for Herald Protection. And I can block this. Yeah, if I didn't use the breaking skills earlier, I could have blocked it pretty easily. But I have to use the Flick Flag my arsenal now, so not very good. You just Kadachi and then go with this for the Soul Beat Strike. If he lets it through and get that mass trigger, that's fine. But it's not likely I'll be getting the full fine center combo, so. Probably just arsenal the fine center and hope for a better opportunity. Alright, so he blocks for 4 here. Just arsenal on pass. Red average for 7. I can play unmovable, but that would pretty much use up the rest of my hand. And then he can always get me the next turn, so. Or with the next hit, which isn't great, but there's no really other option. So there's unmovable for 7. And if he does pummel me, which might happen, yeah. So if he does pummel me, I just react with the Springboard Somersault and mitigate some of the damage. Not like I'm losing any cards. Yep, I'm just moving into Arsenal for him, or Soul, sorry. So here I just Tunic and pass. Trying to line up a better find center turn if I can. It pitches 2 unmovables for a Genesis. Yeah, this is gonna be a little awkward to take care of, but because I want to take care of the shields. That's gonna be chipping away at a lot of damage and also be blocking a lot of damage. So problem is I don't have a lot of resources to work with. Okay, so I take all 3. Going to try and chip away at the shields first. And do an Enlightened Strike go again at his face, and then finish it with a Kodachi probably. Finish the combat chain with the Kodachi at the Genesis, so. Yep. So here's 5 go again at his face. I can still pitch, and then Heron's Flight at the Genesis, which is fine. So starts the Soul Shield to protect the shields. At least that gets cards out of his hand. Oh, so here I saved the Heron's Flight for maybe like another combo. Yep. Okay, so I guess I saved the Crane Dance because I want to get that Fine Center, but he still has a couple of shields left, which isn't great. But at least I draw into some Razor Reflexes, which is nice. If all he does is pay into Prism and then attacks me for 3, I'm totally okay with that. Alright, here we go. I can always Razor the Kodachi to get rid of all the shields. Alright, so he pays in the boots here. Pitches a red. Oh. Takes it back. Lets 1 shield die, so I'll Razor, get rid of the rest of his shields unless he has a defense reaction. Because I do need the Crane Dance to hit with the Razor Reflex in order for it to go again. So here I'm thinking about saving the Razor Reflex and then trying to use Snapdragon or something, but that's not a very good play. But this kind of telegraphs that I do have something planned. And thankfully he lets it all through, and then find center, which means I'll also be drawing a card off of the mask. Yeah, alright, so find center hits, trigger mask. I think my misplay here was not popping breaking skills, because I think that 1 damage would have helped at the end of the game. So drawing into unmovable is nice, but then drawing into a full hand of defense reactions, less nice, especially when he's going to come at me with a command and conquer. Yep, so I just had to take all this damage. Take 5 for Arsenal. And then he pummels me, which is even worse. had to discard something. Discard the favor scene, because might as well just get value out of my Springboard Somersault while I can. Okay. Pass the turn. I have a decently defensive hand, so not great with Zen State token out, but it should be a lot easier to block whatever he plays. So this coming in for 6. So pretty easy block. I think I make a mistake here. I forget that I have a Zen State token. I block for the full 7. I could easily just block with Soul Beast Strike and lower the wind and then just come back with the E-Strike for 7. Depending on what he does. Yeah, so I use the Springboard Somersault from Arsenal. That's not great. Alright, so I get rid of the shield, which is nice. Also another card. Another Herald of Triumph. This one's coming at me for 7. Yeah, I think I just have to block with the Mugenshi and then sink below something away. Probably the Raised Reflex. Yep, unfortunately I can't block that, so just have to take it. And take one more. But at least this takes all the sigils out of my hand, or out of my deck. Here, I'm just trying to pop the shield, see if he wants to protect it. Yep, so here's just gonna pitch into Boots. Boots is so good against me in this matchup. It makes another shield off of the extra resources. Another Herald Triumph. This is like the 4th one in a row. And I have my Phantasm stuff now. Or Phantasm Poppers, just can't play them. So I think I just have to block with a favor scene from Arsenal for 7. Then take even more hits. I'll leave it on top mostly because it's a yellow. It's good resources. And I could draw into another Fine Center combo next turn. Hopefully. But that's not likely. The CNC for 6. Very easy block for him, so I'm not too worried. Or he shouldn't be too worried. Still has an Arcanite Skullcap, and then can make another shield and just block for 3. Yep. Pops a shield at least, which is part of my goal. So that Arcanite Skullcap should be done. Oh. Okay. Herald of Action for 7. Pitch for Unmovable for 7. Hopefully no Pummel because I don't really have anything to follow up. And CNC. So it's a good thing I got that out of my arsenal while I had the chance. Probably just block with a Crane Dance. Just take 3. Try to mitigate damage. Yep. Time to put some pressure back on, hopefully. Okay. Take 2 cards out of his hand. That's nice. Coming at me for another Herald of Triumph. And I don't really have a great hand, so yeah, the only option here is just to take it, let him build soul, and try to hit back with Nourishing Emptiness for 6, but here I just try and pop with Art of War. I was hoping to save the Art Wars for something else, but it's better time than any, I guess. Very awkward block. 2 for 1 still. That's not great. Alright, Gadachi, and then pass turn. So don't really get a lot out of his hand. Drawing 2 more defense reactions. This is coming at me for 6. I can use my tunic and pay for unmovable for 6. Hereditary Edition. So here I am kind of forced to block with Mask. That's his second Hereditary Edition. And now I just Arsenal the Sync Blow and pass turn. Yeah, here I'm checking how much I can get off of Mugenshi. Well, the Rebirth for 5 is kind of awkward. With his hand at least. Kind of don't want him to get the Herald Air Edition back on top. But since I can pressure him a little bit with the Mugenshi, then I let him get that Herald Rebirth trigger, which I guess he forgets. Yeah, so that's building a soul. It's not great. That's not what I want to happen, but I have to pressure him back somehow. Okay, and he makes an extra shield. With the floating resources. Because Vestige of Soul gives him extra resources. That's all. Alright. Here, just Kadachi, Whelming Gustwave for 1, and then pop Snapdragons into Mugenshi. I've never had anyone let this go through, but it will strip some cards out of his hand at least. Alright, Snapdragons, use the 1 floating into Mugenshi. And I only have a Whelming Gustwave and 1 Mugenshi in the arsenal, or in the graveyard, so Lordwind can only come in for 5 or 4 total. 4 max at least. Yep, so unmovables for 6. That covers breaking skills. So here Air Edition while I have nothing in Arsenal, so this one's definitely getting through. Just trying to mitigate damage. I guess to draw 2. Herald Judgment for 6, just block 6 here. I mean, he has so much soul already. I kind of wonder if it's just better to just try and pressure him back at this point. Another Herald of Triumph. I'm pretty sure I'm out of Phantasm Poppers. So I could block for 7 here using the Flick Flack, and then if he has a follow-up attack, then block with the Crane Dance. Or sorry, block with the Lord of Wind, whichever combo card is left in hand. Block for 6. So I can only block for 5 here. Not great, but... Or I could just use Art War to pump it up to 6. That's not a good use of my resources or cards. So just use Tunic here. It's really had nothing else left to use the resource on except for Art of War, which I unfortunately have to arsenal. The end of turn he's playing Genesis, most likely. And that's just something I have to take care of like immediately. Puts his 3rd Genesis in the soul. So don't have to worry about it after this one. Attacks me for 1. Which means that whatever he drew is not yellow. Probably just another Herald. Or he wants to save a Pummel into Arsenal. I think that there might be still 1 left. I don't remember. So here I'm trying to figure out how I can play Art War most offensively while still taking out the Genesis. So here he's trying to save his shield. Probably will make another one at the end of turn. Yeah, definitely make a mistake here in playing the Torrent Tempo instead of the Pounding Gale, because the Pounding Gale can get buffed up by the Breaking Skill. So yeah, so here I play Art of War for +1 and go again. So I'm attacking. I should have attacked with the Pounding Gale here for 6. Then if he blocks 2 to save the shield, then I can always Breaking Skills to pop it. But here I don't know why I played the Tower and Tempo. So mistakes were made. Yep, so let's block for 6 here, which is unfortunate because I could have gotten over. And then just had to pop the Genesis there. This turn could have been played better, but unfortunately, I'm not that great. So you're just gonna beat me down with some shields. Alright, so it's another Herald. Can't block it, so I just take it. Yeah, I need all the resources I can get to play the Razor Reflex into the Pounding Gale next turn. I could Lord of Wind, but what does that really do for me? All right. So this gives my Mugenshi go again, and I can follow with the Pounding Gale for 5. I think I should have popped my breaking skills with the Mugenshi just because I was getting in for damage anyways. This one's easily blocked, so. Oops, played a little bit too fast there. Well, I was hoping he would forget about the breaking skills, but still thinking. You can still make a shield in response. Yep. All right. Well, now I just have to hope I can Kodachi lock him, but unfortunately he still has the boots. That's can pretty much mitigate a bunch of his bunch of my Kodachi hits every turn. And he just uses resources to pay in the shield, so despite him being at 1, he can still definitely turn this around. So here I'm trying to stack Flick Flax. Which paid off because can't block for 6 from just a single Flick Flack and trigger. Alright, pitch, Kodachi Kodachi. But all he has to do is just pay in the boots. Yep. And then make a shield. Yeah, I'm not sure why he would block there. Maybe he wants to chip me down more with the shields, but it's better to just, I think it's just better to hit with the heralds. Because I don't have a lot of defense reactions left. Which makes it really hard for me to block. Plus, they're more likely to get 2 for 1s rather than just chip damage. So this one's getting in for 2. And 1 more. He just makes a shield here and can block it. I should have played Define Center here. So he can't just make a shield. But he's going to make a shield at end turn anyway, so doesn't really matter. He's pretty much got this game on lock now. Held a Rebirth for 5. That's not too bad. Just block. All right, there we go. Block for 5. Yep, take 1. And I had to try grinding him down, which isn't going to happen with the boots, so. The good thing is he's out of soul, but yeah, this is just one really long grind. All right, swing. Then he swings back, but I only have 2 cards left. So, yep. So then he swings, I have to block. And then I can only do Kodachi's next turn, so. And then he's effectively fatigued me out, which is something very rare for me to, something very rare to happen. Ever since the drone, ever since the drone band is what control matchups that usually end up like. So, yep. Don't have anything after this, so it's just GG. And maybe that 1 damage would have mattered on the fine center with the breaking skills, but it's good to know that I barely changed my deck at all, and it still can hold up to this new meta, I guess. Not new meta, but just new decks in general. Overall, the nourishing emptiness didn't really help, and having the extra cards, I think, in my deck would have definitely helped, because I can always remembrance back in Command and Conquers and all that stuff. So, it's fine. Just a game. It was fun. Yeah, it's very to me, I thought it was quite fun. It was very, what is it? What's the word? Gut wrenching? No. White knuckled? No, I don't know. It's very tense. That's all. Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Maybe I need to find more time so I can play more games. But yeah. See you guys later. Bye.